And welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we are continuing on with a tale of Shadow and Fire. Our party's having a little bit of a downtime, but as for what's going on to that downtime and why this party can never get a break, I'll let Sil explain what's going on. Sil, go ahead and give us the rundown.
Okay. Rundown. Quick rundown. Um, we started off the session with still waking up because her bullshit meter was going off specifically for Tammerlan. Tammerlan confessed to his sins, in which case he got smacked with the beating stick. Um, as he admitted to, while he didn't know why, he bought a potion uh to erase to erase a certain amount of time in Sil's memory. Um, he did not, in fact, the person that he bought it from apparently got the vials back from him, from his stomach. So those are no longer in his stomach. But he left them with there, saying to keep them as far away from him as possible, because all they bring is bad. Um, Tink's internal organs are basically trying to liquefy. Um, but hopefully hopefully the church is able to rectify that, especially having a little bit more information about what the fuck's going on. We had some tea. Rufus has recruited the orphans for heists of meat and candy. Rufus then we all decided that we were gonna go buy armor and just do a little bit of chill out in the city for a bit. Um, as well as the elf that we had met, whose name I am blanking on.
It
What
would
is
be
the elf?
Leshy.
Leshy wanted to find the uh what's it called? Magic shop or something, but it keeps moving around, which is why no one can give directions to it. Um, so we're attempting to find that. Ended up in a candy shop because the orphanages, the orphan kids wanted candy, and Rufus is paying for it.
No one starts singing the candy shop. Don't do it.
So we all got to try different types of candy. Uh, Eki got to try some that tasted like home. Still ate some fudge that made her breathe fire. It was all around just a chill session. After Tammerlan got read the riot act. But I believe we left off as us leaving the candy shop.
Fair enough. As you to go ahead and take your hero point. As y'all are walking out of this emporium of divine sugary goodness, you'll feel a charge race through the air. Your hair standing on end, almost as if frizzled. You're almost certain you could see a magic school bus somewhere. But more interestingly, you see Leslie jump. Oh, that's it! Follow it! As he immediately takes off running.
And apparently we're running and still follows.
What of the rest of the group?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we're going to
Well,
follow.
I mean,
All behind.
yeah, does Sil still have, okay, so make sure Sil still had Tamerlan, but yeah, he's lost.
Sil and Tamberlan were bringing up the rear because my dash is normal walking speed.
And I don't have my spellbook or anything, so I can't do anything.
I mean, you can walk. You don't need a spellbook to do that. But it takes a little while following the charge in the air, which seems to linger long enough for even Syl to follow it. Those that are staying back with Syl very quickly lose track of Leshy, as they have charged on trying to keep up. But it is not long before the party finds a just strange little nook of...
reason.
Hmm? You said something, Raven?
I don't think they did.
You find a strange little nook, almost squished in between two buildings. It doesn't really seem like it fits there, but then it feels like it's always been there. It's just this strange little building that widens out over the other buildings next to it, and it looks like it's absolutely filled to the brim with different books. Across the front, right above the door, there's a sign that is written in faded blue-green lettering, Sage's Shop.
Is this what he was looking for?
Yes, this is
What
what
she was
Leshy was
trying to
looking
find?
for.
What she was trying to I think does the door just look like a normal kind of shopkeep door? Like
Yep.
it doesn't look like we're gonna enter into some weird disappearing place.
Nope. Just looks like a normal wooden door. A little old.
I think Eki would probably just walk in to try and follow, see if this is where Leshy's at officially.
What about everybody else? Is everybody else going behind him?
Still mutters something about magic doors, but we'll follow.
Eki doesn't trust it, but she's not big on trusting things still, especially since y'all took them into a random portal to a different place. So
And then Phil's dragging Tammerlan.
And what about Timmy? Is Timmy going in there?
Yep, Timmy's following in behind.
As y'all walk in, you'll feel a shiver run down your spine. And for those of you that have hair, so not Timmy, all of y'all feel your hair stand up on end for a few seconds before settling back down.
I mean, I do have antenna. Antennae?
Those shiver too, but those don't go back down. They just stay antenna.
So looks like a puffball.
It's not like the hair on your head, but more like on your arms and whatnot. Like when you get goose flesh.
Fair. Still doesn't have that.
Fair, you still get the goose flesh feeling.
Yeah. Goose flesh feeling, yes. Just she's a elf. They've got hair on their head.
You've entered into a building in which there are books everywhere. It's a cramped space. There are piles upon piles upon piles of books. The shelves are overflowing from what it looks like 3 stacks deep for each shelving unit. There's a lot going on. What would you like to do?
I'm
While
going to
Eki
assume. Oh, go ahead, Eki.
Oh, sorry. I was say, well, Eki does want to look around. Also, kind of wants to keep an eye on Tamerlan as well because worried they're going to find a book and wreak mass destruction somehow in here, and but would like to see where Leshy is.
Fair. You don't see them. You don't see anybody where you are at the moment. But it looks like the shop goes further back.
Probably just glance over at Syl and see if Syl's got anything, or Timmy or Tamerlan has anything that they're planning to do, and then if not, would go look for Leshy.
Timmy doesn't really have anything interesting in here. I mean, it's full of books.
Timmy read.
Yeah, I can read.
Phil's
Mm.
Phil's gonna keep a hold of Tammerlan, but start looking through books.
You see there are books on all kinds of different subjects. Books on cooking, books on how to train dragons, books on what to do when your friend's a drug addict that's trying to wipe your memory, books on the
I'm gonna grab that
intricacy
one.
of the arcane and what happens when your bug friend is actually a mind flayer from the ninth dimension. A lot of weird books.
Well, I'm gonna grab the one about the drug addict.
Fair.
That seems relevant.
As you pick it up, it almost seems to hum within your hands.
Gonna open it.
You hear Tamerlan's voice come out of it. Put me down.
You look at Tammerlan.
But
Tamerlan, you just heard your own voice come from the book. It's got a different speech pattern, but it's definitely his vocals.
after the witch lady's house, nothing surprises him. Though it may be the first time he heard it when he's sober.
There.
This is the first time you've heard most things when you're sober.
That is also true.
I do say, put me down.
You're a book. You're meant to be read. Why would you like to be put down?
No, I am meant to be talked to. Thank you very much.
Phil will look for a space to put it down so that it can actually like properly speak while not being on a shelf.
As soon as you put it down, it flips back up, sitting on the edge of its spine. Its page is open, and you see it flip open to a mouth. Now, what do you want?
I mean, you are a book, and therefore I was wanting to read the contents of your pages.
I see, I see. Well, for my information, unfortunately for you, there is a price. Are you willing to pay the price?
What is the price?
Drugs.
Phil's gonna close the book.
You hear muffled yelling.
Hey. Wait, what? Why'd you close the book?
Because I'm not enabling bad drug habits. I'm just gonna put the book back on the shelf.
Oh,
You hear
I
in
go
your
and grab the book.
You hear in your head. I mean, it's a book. How bad? How bad can drugs be for it?
I mean, you saw what the drugs did to me.
Phil
Wait,
just
what the fuck am I saying? I want my drugs back.
Tammerlan, you're not even feeling the effects of the drugs right now.
I know, and it sucks. The world sucks when you're sober.
Minus the fact that, if you remember correctly, you currently aren't feeling hungover.
But he's not high.
Do you remember the
so-
kids? I remember not feeling them, and that's feeling enough. Now, look, if you're not going to give me my drugs, at least give them to the book so we can get some information out of them.
Again, Tammerlan, I don't have your drugs.
And who the hell does?
Why would I tell you that?
You hear muffled yelling from the book.
What does the book say?
It's muffled. You can't hear it because you still have the book
Okay.
closed.
I'm taking the book with us.
Tammerlan, you can't steal a book.
Well, I don't. Well, none of you have given me my spell book or my amulet, so I need to hold on to something.
Tammerlan, you can't use magic right now anyway.
I know, but I want to have my spell book with me. Having it around is like, it's like not having. It's like missing your hand. You feel weird without it. Okay, bad example, but you know what I mean.
Tammerlan, if I were to give you your spell book back, you would use it. Because it's you. And you would get yourself killed. And to be quite honest, I prefer you alive. So,
Right, fine. Can we still take the book, though? It might actually be useful.
I mean, I would assume that you need to purchase the book.
All right, yeah. All right, yeah, this is a store. We're not robbing someplace. Right, store. Got it.
So
You get
smack
whacked
you with the
upside the
stick.
back of the head. Two sticks hit Tammerlan at the same time.
Ow! Wait, why was there two? Why was that? Why did that have two different weights?
As you whip around, there's a fucking old lady standing behind you with a staff taller than hers. She's smaller than Syl. And she's got this large hunch, and she has this large, crooked staff. You will not be robbing my home today, Tammerlan.
Hit. Oh, good. Do you know me from the book, or because we said our names?
Tammerlan Minios, if you put another toe out of line, I will throw you from my shop. Understood?
I look at the small person. I look at Soul. What is your name?
My name is none of your business, but you can call me Granny.
Okay.
Well, Tammerlan, respect your elders.
Right. Understood. Yes. Yes, grand librarian of this location.
I said Granny as you get whacked upside the head again.
Ow! Sorry, you know what I meant. I was trying to be respectful. Ow.
Whack, whack, whack.
How much for this book?
It should be remaining here. You do not need a book that is going to do your drugs for you. Whack, whack.
I actually try to block these last two.
Oh, she don't care. She's still whacking the hell out of you. It doesn't hurt too much, but it's more of the indignity of getting whacked by a stick.
Okay, so question: does this book actually ingest drugs, or is it just using it as like a sacrificial component?
It is another version of you, so what would you do if you were a bored book?
Contemplate the meaning of existence and how to destroy existence.
You know damn well you wouldn't. Whack. You'd go looking for another way to find drugs and someone to give them to you.
I'm gonna take the book from Tammerlan while he's getting whacked, and I'm gonna put it back on the shelf. We have one Tammerlan. We don't need two.
Now, what can I do for you? She's giving Tammerlan a stink eye.
A friend of ours ran in ahead of us. He was looking for this shop.
Yes, little Leshy. He is currently looking at the maps.
Hey. So, I mean, I guess if you have any information about dragons.
I have much information about dragons. What would you like to know?
Anything, honestly. We're dealing with what we suspect to be a green one.
Ah, to murder them. I would have thought you already knew that, Miss Sylvanas.
I mean, I'm all for avoiding murder when possible, but this one is currently murdering a lot of people. And what?
She looks you in the eye, tapping her finger. Perhaps not. Too early. Timmy! Are you not an expertise in killing dragons?
Oh, me. Is there a book?
No, one sec. Blue, you're cutting out. I think that was aimed at Timmy.
Yeah, it's aimed at Timmy.
Sorry, the internet.
Timmy starts clicking and holding out the book, his page to the old woman.
Yes, I am aware, Timmy. You already know this. Well, perhaps not. Either way, speak! Speak, boy! She threatens you with the stick.
Timmy holds up all four of his arms and starts speaking in their mind. Yeah, I know a fair bit about killing dragons.
Then
I mean,
would you not be the expertise Miss Sylvanas is looking for?
it depends on the type of dragon. I've only killed one.
Well, one
And
dragon is just like the others when you kill them.
I mean, there's all kinds of dragons, aren't there?
Yes.
Red ones, white ones, blue ones.
Oh, dear Lord, you are always so bloody young. Whack!
Do I even feel it over my carapace?
Oh yeah, it hits straight through the carapace, roiling your insides like you're being shooken.
Oh, damn, Granny! Why? How do you hit so hard?
It's not hitting hard, it's knowing where to hit. You know this.
Why do you keep saying we know things that we don't know?
Because you know, but you have forgotten. But it matters not. Memories are fickle things.
I mean, last I checked, I'm the only one suffering from amnesia. Well, Tammerlan is a little bit.
You have forgotten that you have forgotten. Or perhaps you have not learned. It does not matter either way. As she pushes a book into your chest. Here. This
I
will
will
be of use.
Still look down at the book.
It is a black leather-bound book.
Does it
No
have
title.
a title? No title. Okay.
When you are ready, open the book. Not before, not a moment before. And you will know when it is time.
Okay.
She nods and starts going through some of the other books. Miss Eki, are you safe?
I think so.
Have the Thulls found you yet?
No, not that I'm aware of, as I don't know what those are.
Good. When they do, you will need to remember the password. But when that happens, you will know. Just do not forget. It will be important. These fools will forget, so it is on you to remember.
Password.
As she goes tottering back into the bookshelves. What does the party do?
I follow her. There's room to follow her.
It takes a little bit of picking to get around, but as you get around the corner, bitch is gone.
What is with all of the older magic users that speak in
Yes.
fucking riddles? Why is it always riddles?
I mean, pretty sure that's just pro forma for this point. You hear in your head.
Syl just kind of shakes her head. You know, that kind of begs the question, and Syl looks at the book that is a book version of Tammerlan. Is there a book version of all of us in here?
There are many things, every here and there. The world is a weird place. As you hear the bitch just appear behind you. Just going behind. You don't know where the hell she came from, but she is now behind you, and she has a large tray balanced on her staff. Eat!
I mean, speaking that she's coming up behind, so Phil's going to jump back and turn, and it looks like she's going to pull a dagger. Realize who it is, and then relaxes.
A biscuit flies into your mouth, Phil. I said eat!
Apparently, I'm eating a biscuit.
As she glares at the rest of y'all.
Timmy immediately just grabs hold of a fistful of biscuits and shoves them in his face hole.
Tammerlan and Eki.
Tammerlan needs one.
Becky will grab one and after sniffing it and looking it over, kind of nibble on it.
All of y'all feel a surge of energy go through your bodies.
That's terrifying.
Once Tammerlan, with the three of y'all having fully eaten one, once you have finished one, each of you lose a level of exhaustion if you have one.
I don't think I had one, but
It might
Nope,
be
never mind.
Tammerlan and Sil.
Okay, I think I'm down to 1 first level exhaustion now.
I'm down to 3.
You should keep that hidden there, Tammerlan, because you might find more ways to get them if you're not careful. No one needs to know.
Nah,
no one's gonna know.
you have much to do. Much, much, much to do. And the boy would like to speak with you.
Could I know the password?
You will know it when it is time. Unfortunately, I do not remember. That is why it is your job to remember once you get it.
I'll need to use the password when the time is right.
You will
And
need to
I'll
remember
know
it.
when the time
the-
is right.
The fools will forget it.
And I'll
So make sure you remember.
okay.
And when they come for you, stick close to your friends. Wandering will end. Well, you don't want to see what happens if you wander. Keep them close. Understood?
Yes, will I know what's trying to find me eventually? Or us?
Yes, when the time comes, you will know. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you more. I wish I could, but last time I did, your head exploded, and I think you'd rather keep your head, yes?
Yes, probably a good idea.
Good. Trial and error. Perhaps this time you will survive. I would prefer it that way. Too many deaths, too many deaths. Oh, the bodies. You see her shiver. But yes, the boy would like to speak with you. Tammerlan, turn around.
Okay.
All right, I turn around.
Tammerlan, behind you, a portal is ripping open like a foot behind you.
Oh, what the? Is this the same kind of portal from my dealer?
No, this is a lot rougher. This looks closer to what you dealt with in the Whispering Wood.
Crap, not again.
You'll all hear Tamerlan say that. Does anybody else turn around?
Yeah, still turns around.
Yep.
All of y'all see the portal
Okay,
ripping open.
yeah, quick heads up. This is the same kind of portal that kind of fucked me up, so be careful.
Phil's gonna grab you and pull you away from it.
As y'all see, a young boy
Well, I
hop
need to
out.
close it.
A young boy. Okay.
Oh, I made it. Cool. I didn't think that was going to work. He looks to be about 11.
Tamlin, you hear in your mind,
Who you
wait,
with?
you're scared of a kid?
That portal shattered my soul. I say out loud.
You see the portal shuts behind him.
Who are you?
Oh, I don't really have a name. At least not in this world. least I don't think so. No, I don't remember. It gets real weird jumping around. But I know who you are. You're the people I came to look for.
Why?
I have something to deliver to you. From the artisan.
The who?
The artisan.
Who's the artisan?
That's what he goes by. The great artisan of the world. Worlds? Many worlds? I don't know. It's real confusing on which world he's actually from. I'm not actually sure.
Okay.
But he wanted me to give you this. As he holds up a strange square block. On the front of it, you see a circle worked into it, and it looks like it's covered in glass, and the inside is filled with this strange mechanical glowing stuff. Not entirely sure what's going on there.
What is it?
I think it's a compass. It's supposed to lead you to the what was it called? The Nexus, right?
And why do we need to go to the Nexus?
Well, to do the puzzles and find the reward. The artisan said y'all were the ones that were going to be able to finally do it. And I couldn't figure it out. This is the thing he has handed y'all.
Okay. Sorry. Above table. What are we supposed to do with this?
He has told you it is a compass and it is supposed to lead you somewhere.
Okay. So is
guess
going
it's
to take it very
right.
confused.
You see it starts to glow in your hand, the dials on it, as you hear a ticking sound begin.
Why is it ticking?
That's
Ticking
because it's
normally
becoming
means
active.
ticking normally means something's about to explode.
Well, I don't think it's going to explode.
Phil does not look
Aliens.
convinced.
You see a beam of light start, not a beam of light, an orb of light start to appear over the object itself. And then you see it shoot a small beam of light that disappears after about an inch, pointing towards the door.
Okay. Are we supposed to follow this now, or can we wait for our companions?
I mean, it's up to you, but if you wait too long, the Nexus is going to close, then you're going to lose the chance at the treasures.
Is the lady still in here with the cane?
Well, you don't know where she was behind y'all. When you turn around again, she's gone again.
You'll hear in your head, Phil will hear. I don't know about you guys, but I could really use the money. And talk about treasure.
Are we going to be able to get back
Yeah? I mean, it's
in a
just a door.
reasonable amount of time?
I mean, you can walk out whenever you want, I suppose.
How much time is going to pass?
However long you're in there.
Okay. Do we have time to go inform our companions?
Yeah, I wouldn't see why not.
Okay.
You
Phil's
should have
going
a
to put
day or
the...
two at most. At least.
Okay.
Y'all's
Okay,
language is
Phil's...
weird.
Phil's going to put the compass in her bag.
Is it a normal bag or is it a bag of holding?
Specifically in the normal bag.
Gotcha.
The fact that you asked makes me very nervous. But no, I am not going to put the thing that I think might explode into the bag of holding.
Good. Well, now that I've done that, I've told you when. You have to do the thing. I wish y'all luck. I wasn't able to get into the vault. I almost did, though. But I'm told you're going to do better. Did do better? I'm not sure. Timelines are weird.
What do people call you?
Strange.
Is there a reason you don't have a name?
I think I had one. It's somewhere. I think I lost it. Probably going to have to go find it. Maybe Dean's got it. He scratches his head and he's starting to type things on his watch.
Dean?
Yeah, he should have it somewhere. At least I think he does. Should have it. Maybe. I don't remember.
Dean, like the goblin?
Yeah, that's the one.
You've seen Dean.
Yeah, it just came. He was with the artisan. Well, was, is, should be. Sometimes. Sometimes not, though. It's all kind of weird. It's influxed. Tied, but not tied. It's real confusing. It gives me a headache most of the time. Your world,
Noted.
unfortunately, doesn't have the right type of magic to properly explain it.
That's fine. We need to go talk to. Phil's gonna look to the. We need to go talk to the others. Dean's someone we're looking for.
Oh, I thought you already found him.
No, he's. As far as I was aware, he was in the Feywild.
I thought he got out of that. Or did he? Timelines are weird.
Either way.
As you see
Is
the
there-
portal rip back open.
I assume he's gonna go through it.
He isn't yet. He's still typing on his watch.
Anything else that you can give us that isn't cryptic?
I've got some jerky. Why? Did you have a question?
I have a ton of questions, but unless you can tell me what my last name is, I doubt you'll know.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm not the best with names.
You're fine. I doubt you even know my first name.
It's Miss Sill, right?
Never mind. Apparently you do.
I'm good with first names. It's what you call people. I don't really worry about surnames and whatnot. They get weird.
Fair. Phil's gonna look at the rest of the group. Any of the rest of you have any questions?
Is the artisan the one who made this place we're going to?
Yeah, he made it just for you. To see if
And-
you were ready.
But you tried it first and
Yeah.
you didn't. So did he make it for you as well?
Yeah, he makes it and makes it and makes it until they can find the right person to open it.
What happens if you open it?
I imagine you get the treasure.
It sounds a little too good to be true.
When you're all powerful and have a bunch of money anyway, you kind of get bored. At least that's how he explained it.
And he just goes by the artisan and has other people that Sil and Tammerlan and Darian know there.
Repeat that?
Goes by the artisan, but he has other people that Sil, Tammerlan, and Darian know there.
Wouldn't
With
say
him?
he knows there.
Wherever we're going.
Dean comes and visits from time to time. They
So
get
it's
into a
on
lot of
this-
weird crafting things. I really don't get it.
Where's that? So is it on this plane then? Because you came through a portal.
No, I don't think so. It might be one day, but isn't now. As I said, it's weird. And I don't know
Okay.
enough about it to explain it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all Eki would be asking.
Anybody else have anything to say? All right, well, I think that's it. You see he reaches back and starts turning one of the dials on his backpack. It should put me in the right spot. Either that or the Feywilds again. Hope I don't end up in that asshole's dungeons again. Well, maybe I'll find Dean then. You see he then jumps through the portal. And then it shuts neatly behind him.
Left table. Did we lose Blue?
1 second. And we're back. Sorry about that. We had to find a missing glitch.
Phil's gonna look at Granny and go, "Was there anything else that you needed
You don't know where
to
she
tell
is.
us?" Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Well, where's our friend that's in here? Phil's gonna be looking for them.
You start looking around. It takes you a little bit, but you do find him under a pile upon piles of maps.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah, some of the ancient mappings. I always like finding these.
Fair. Should we leave you here, or are you coming with?
Oh, no, I'm good. I got what I needed.
Okay. I need to go talk with the rest of my companions.
All right, I'll meet you outside then.
Yeah, wherever the door is.
What's over there? He gestures
Turn.
over their shoulder, and you just see it's right next to you, which is not where you came from.
Fair enough. Tammerlan, Eki, Timmy, is there anything else that you need?
We can't take the book with us, so I'm good to go.
You can't take that book with you.
I'm good then.
Sir, did we say goodbye to Granny? I don't know if Granny has anything that Tammerlin or Timmy needs. Maybe a biscuit to take with you for the road. Does it seem to make you feel better?
Tammy said he could use some more cookies, but I don't know where Granny went.
Are you just gonna try and Granny, we're about to leave. Did you want to say goodbye or have us do anything, or is there anything we need to take? Don't know when we'll find your shop again.
You do not hear a response.
I guess then she has nothing else she wants with us. So yep, I'm good.
Okay. I think the only other thing that Sil would be curious about is the other books that might, like the Book of Eki and the Book of Timmy.
You gonna go looking for it?
You know what? Fuck it. Sil is going to look for a book about each of them, just because I'm curious.
As you start to look, it's not that book that you find. The next one you find sends chills down your spine because it should not be here. Should be in your bag. You find your own journal. Sitting high
Sil,
on a shelf, and you can see, even at a distance, it is far more damaged and battle worn than the one that should be in your bag.
the hell? Sil's going to. I'm gonna start digging through my bag.
It's easy enough to find it.
I'm gonna pick up the one on the shelf.
You feel, as you reach out to it, an immediate sense of dread. An immediate pain in your chest.
I'm going to put my copy in my back in my bag.
You still feel it. You are starting
I
to
think
become more and more aware of both books. You can feel their presence, and the one on the shelf feels far more dangerous.
everyone at this point just sees still her hands reaching for this book, but she looks pained and looks like she's hasn't decided whether or not she's going to grab it or not.
I guess above table, we don't really know about your journal, so it's not like we would really be able to relate.
No, but Blue does. Tammerlan knows.
Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Or buy it. No. Purchase it.
So you shouldn't touch whatever that is. You look scared, and if Tamerlan's that obsessed with you taking it, it's not good. I can tell you that.
Tammerlan wants it because he wants to learn the secrets from it. The fact of the matter is, it keeps trying to kill him.
Wait,
Then I
what if I
think
try?
it should just be left
What if we
where
put
it
them
is.
both together? Let's see what happens. Let's put them both. Let's put both journals together and see what happens.
Let's not do that.
Tamerlan, if you try and touch the book, I'm going to knock you out. Just would like you to know that in advance so you're ready for it.
Fine.
I think we should just leave it. So whatever's in here, she evidently, I don't know, maybe it's from a different time or place. But I don't think that we're meant to have
Eki,
most of the things in here.
Eki, that's my book. And
I
so we'll show
understand.
you the exact, well, not the exact, but we'll show you the other book.
Vicky will look at both of them and just say, I understand it's your book, but I don't think it's your book, if that makes sense. It seems like whatever this place is, there's, I don't know, maybe different versions of things in here. And Granny saying my head exploded when she tried to explain things to me, I think that this place is an example of too much knowledge is a bad thing. So maybe she can keep it safe and we leave it here. Or maybe it's just appearing to mess with you. I don't know, but Tamerlan was in a book. So I think there's things in here that probably are beyond our capabilities. And I'd say kind of above table, Eki doesn't want to touch anything in this place because she does not trust any of it.
I don't blame Eki. Still going to, she's gonna put her journal, the journal away. And then she's going to grab a hold of her holy symbol. And this is going to be one of those times where she is legitimately trying to reach out for a little bit of guidance.
You feel nothing on the other end.
I don't like that.
Eki will say, you know how Tamerlan says that he goes through a portal and meets the drug dealer or whatever, and that's the one who gave him the vials? I'm not saying that this granny doesn't maybe have good intentions. Maybe Granny does, but it seems somewhat strange that we all walk into a place and there's a book on Tamerlan and your book and things like that. So maybe it's best for us not to touch the things in here because the last time someone in this group randomly took something from a place that they didn't know much about, Tink and everyone got pretty sick. I think if you touch that, bad things could happen.
This is one of those times where I had to roll a fucking wisdom save. You're going to see that she hesitates, but her hand eventually does drop. She hasn't taken her eyes off of the book, but she's no longer reaching for it.
Becky is just eyeballing both you and Tammerlan, probably with her hands slightly too close to her hammer, just in case she needs to knock someone out so they don't touch things they don't need to.
He doesn't do anything, sadly.
I think it's probably best if we leave this place. Did you find Leshy at all? So,
But yeah, Leshy's right there. And
Leshy
points to
waves.
Leshy.
oh, but I've been looking for Leshy and I haven't been able to find him. This is a weird shop. Yeah, I think maybe us leaving is the best idea.
Yeah, there was just a couple more books that I was actually looking for. I wasn't looking for that one.
You
Phil's gonna
feel
look
your
around to
eyes move back to the book as you start to look around. Almost as if it keeps drawing in your attention.
My gut tells me not to touch it, but the DM is trying me.
He is going to get much closer to Phil. Kind of walk up there because we need to tackle both Syl and Tamerlan to drag them out of this place. We will.
Phil is going
And
to look at Eki and go, I do believe I think I need you to remove me from the premises.
oh, no problem. Becky's going to pick Syl up and look at Timmy and say, Timmy, if need be, could you please carry Tamerlan out of here? I think that it's time for us to go. I feel like if these things were meant to find us, they'll find us at another time. There's no reason to rush things like that. And if Granny or the store wanted you to have it, they would have given it to you already. So I don't think it's worth messing with. Some things are better left unknown. And look over at Tamerlan and say, Tamerlan, why don't you lead the way out and just have a Syl fireman carried over one's shoulder?
Okay, yeah, I start making my way out.
And it looks like Timmy is following close behind Tamerlan.
Tamerlan, you can see the book sitting unprotected on the shelf.
Mine or Sil's?
Sills. It's just there. You can see Eki is
I go for the
pulling
book.
Yep, I knew that
Syl
was
away.
coming.
I was gonna say, I will swing my warhammer if he starts going for that book.
Timmy would
Because
be
I
the one
have
that
Syl over
closer.
one arm.
Timmy would be
I
the
was
one that
gonna
would
say,
need to. You have Phil.
I've got a free arm. I'm a one-handed weapon wielder.
Timmy, what you gonna do? Tamerlan's going for the book.
They're typing.
Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap. Tamerlan, you've been grabbed by the head. How do you respond?
I can't use my magic, so there's nothing I can do.
You gonna drag him out, Timmy? As Tamerlan gets kidnapped and dragged out the door. And it's not long before y'all are outside again, Lushy leaving with y'all. And as y'all look out, it's just a normal day. Just like when you left. Doesn't seem like any extensive amounts of time has passed.
Ecky's going to just, I guess if I have Syl, unfortunately, Syl's probably got her head towards Ecky's back side, and just hanging over, but Syl's short and Ecky's tall. So Ecky's just going to speak forward and say, Syl, if I put you down, are you going to behave like you or Tammerlan?
It should be easier now that it's no longer in my line of sight. I should be fine.
Okay. Please don't make me hit you. And I'm going to sit Syl down.
Please tell me that the shop's no longer there.
It is no longer there.
Oh, thank fuck. Syl going to take a sigh of relief. The shop's gone. We should um we should go back to the church.
Leslie will just kind of say, I agree, and then look over, Ecky will say that, and then look at Leslie and say, on our trip back, how about you explain what that place was to us? You seemed quite comfortable in there and knowledgeable.
It's a collection of knowledges from the different realms. I've heard it shows up here from time to time.
How do you know about it?
Not much. Just that if you want to find lost knowledge, that's the place to go. I like looking for it to find old history maps.
Have you found it before?
Yeah, a couple times.
That's more than just old history. That has to have future knowledge as well.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Phil's going to pull out her journal again. The one on the shelf was more battle worn than this one. So definitely future.
Or a different version.
Or, yeah.
They have some stuff in there that never took place, or as far as I know, will take place. Different worlds, but the same worlds. They say the shop exists in between the planes. So it gets things from everywhere.
I am hoping that that book is from a time that doesn't exist. Phil is going to put the book away.
That's fair. No, you said you wanted to get back to the church, right?
Yeah, I need to tell them about. I need to check on our companions that are asleep.
Want to ride? As you see, he gestures out, and the golden disc reappears.
Yeah. Phil's gonna eat a chocolate covered strawberry and hop on.
What about the rest of the party?
Get on after. Ecky will get on after Timmy and Tammerlan do, because I'm not even sure if Timmy's put Tammerlan down yet. So
Timmy's currently pondering if he can find a leather worker to make a carrying harness for Tammerlan. But they get on with Merlin's step over him.
All I can see is fucking Merlin the mouse getting a tan.
But
Ecky wants to ask Still, is it doing anything?
is what doing anything?
The compass,
I don't know.
the one
Well,
Range gave you.
I will look at it when we get back to the church.
Making sure it's acting normal.
I mean, it's not overly hot in my pocket, so.
It takes y'all a little while to get all the way back to the church after the day's wandering. Do y'all do anything as the disc is sliding along the ground?
I think Phil's gonna go over the names in the book.
You see, they haven't really changed all that much.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
The only one that has changed is April's, as it is now circled.
Is it circled like mine was? Like the first entry?
It is.
I'm going to look at Leshy. Can this go any faster?
1 speed, unfortunately.
And realistically, this thing is faster than I can run.
Yep. But it doesn't take long
So
before y'all find yourself back at the church.
the moment that we get there, Syl is off like a fucking bullet and is going to go check on April.
Like a bat out of hell.
So you're going as fast as you can, but it's just walking for everybody else.
Pretty much.
What is the rest of the group doing as that happens?
I tried to
keep it
follow, but I'm
fun.
still probably being held.
Meatloaf is not as good. Doesn't have the fork, doesn't have the veal.
Yeah, we've still got background from Raven, so.
I assume Syl probably looks freaked out, so Eki would probably follow Syl at just a normal walking speed because the fastest Syl's going. And they would just look over at Leshy and say, I think that there's things you should maybe tell us. It feels like you know more about stuff than you initially implied. But that's for later.
Leshy tilts his
Just yeah,
head.
follow.
What? And then y'all leave?
That's perfect for Eki. She didn't need a follow up for that at all. She just needed Leshy to know that. And she'll just follow Syl.
Tammerlan has been put down.
But yeah, I am making a beeline. I am making a beeline for anyone who can tell me where the fuck April is.
It doesn't take long for asking about, but you do find that she has been moved into a isolation chamber.
Why?
You are informed they are attempting to work with her through some of the emotions through meditation and mindscaping. However, that opens her up to the rest of the world. So they're isolating her away from it all. So the only ones that can talk are the two that are in there. Herself and who she's working with.
Is Korbeck awake?
He has not awoken.
Has any of the rest of my companions woken up?
They are starting to get a movement from... The only ones y'all have with y'all right now are April, Tink, and Korvac, right? I think everybody else was cared for on the other side.
Yeah,
Else is in here? I'm trying to remember.
Rufus is here with the army of children.
Rufus is here with an army of children. I'm pretty sure we brought everyone in that was unconscious.
Okay.
The pie guy's somewhere. Last he was being yelled at.
You don't have Ruin Axia. Nero's off doing his thing. Hermes isn't here.
Yeah, I think the only one, like, Hermes stayed behind and the dragon stayed behind.
Yeah.
But
You have had Pippa wake up.
Pippa's awake. Okay. I'm gonna go check on Pippa.
You find the small halfling girl is sitting cross-legged on her bed, munching on what looks like a few crackers.
How are you feeling, Pippa?
Better? Getting thrown through a tree is not the most fun, but I made it. Only a couple broken ribs.
That's not bad, all things considered.
Nah, considering Alistair almost lost his arm, I think me going through a tree wasn't that bad.
You're the only one up at the moment?
So far, yeah. Kenjiro was up for a little while, but since part of his organs are severely damaged, they put him back down.
Fair. What about Alistair and what?
Kalen? Nah, they haven't woken up yet. They took the brunt of the attack. They were the first ones out there, so it's going to be a bit before they get back up, if I had to guess.
Okay. What about, have you spoken with Abby?
Abby's not with you. I know Abby's not because she's in charge.
No. Okay. That doesn't mean that that communication hasn't been sent.
Yeah, they haven't heard from Abby.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get Pippa up to date on what we found.
No, really,
And then
don't
get.
fuck around. It's been a while since I've been active with y'all, but jeez.
But it could mean us finding Dean.
Yeah, which would
Or
be
at
good.
least. Yeah. I really didn't want to. I really don't want to follow this without Korvac being awake, though. That sounds like a recipe to be getting yelled at.
Fair. You think he'll be much help?
Help? At the moment, no. But I would also rather him not wake up and us having planar traveled without him. At least knowing where the hell we are.
Well, don't you tell him you need him yet?
What do you mean?
If he's just sleeping, he might wake up. Yeah? You never seemed like the one that would let being unconscious stop him if he needed to do something.
I swear to the gods if this works. Phil's gonna go walk up to Korvac and kind of shake him and just go, Korvac, I need to speak to you. It's important.
As soon as you say that, it takes a couple seconds, but you see the red glow under his scales start to pulse a little faster. And after about a minute, you see the
I
mountain
cannot
of
believe this is
scales
working.
starting to move.
Corvac?
His eyes flash open.
Phil's
The
just gonna keep
glow,
talking to him, trying to get
tired.
him to wake up.
The glow is tired and
Oh,
not as
fucking...
strong as it normally is, but you do see that he is starting to rise.
One moment.
Oh,
All I heard was... I cut out. All I heard was that, he was starting to glow again.
you see his pulse, the glow under his scales is getting faster and faster. And within about a minute or two, he's starting to push himself up.
I cannot believe that worked.
You see he looks around. What's going on?
Everything and nothing all at once?
So business as usual then. As you see, he pushes himself up off the bed.
Okay.
Is the rest of the party
don't...
still alive over there?
They're just listening. Not really sure what any of us can do. So
Eki, you see a 13-foot mountain of a dragon man stand up.
Eki, this is Corvac. Corvac, this is Eki.
I think I heard you in my head.
Did you? Odd.
Still in armor, trying to sleep.
He glances down at Syl. You can see the disapproving gaze.
Still looks up at him and goes, I was the only one conscious at the time and which had medical training. Eki has
I
been...
took her armor off.
Eki has been fantastic since they've shown up. Also, this is Timmy. They can only speak telepathically, is that alright?
Yes.
Oh, hey, you're finally awake.
Yes. As you see, he reaches over and grabs a great sword, fit for him, so it's bigger than Timmy. Let's move.
Sounds like a big man. Sounds like a plan.
First things first, an update of what's been going on. Until is going to start to speak and then go, Eki?
Yes.
Can you grab Tammerlan, please? Just
Yes.
hold him over in the corner. Like, please, listen to this, but just hold him in the corner.
Okay. Then Aki's going to kind of size up Tamerlan for a second and go, fine, and just fling him over her shoulder like firemen carry. Say, come on, Tamerlan. And go stand in a
Oh my
corner
goodness,
with
this
him.
is ridiculous. I do not need
She
to be
was told
carried
to.
everywhere.
Oh, Tammerlan, this
You
is for your own
disappear.
safety. This is for Tammerlan's safety. Not with him disappearing. This is for Tammerlan's safety.
Yeah.
Okay. Aki's just gonna walk into the corner to stand there and kind of say to Tamerlan, I can let you stand on your feet as long as you try not to go anywhere, or I can hold you like this. It's your choice.
Do I get my spellbook back?
Tamerlan, don't make me hit you. You know you're not getting your spellbook back. You can stand here, or I can hold you like this. Those are the options.
If I'm not gonna get my spellbook back, you might as well just carry me.
Fine. Then she'll just stand there with Tamerlan over her shoulder, and she'll say, I'm not going to carry you like a baby, though, so you don't need to completely act like one and just keep him over the shoulder on over.
Phil is then going to look at Korvac and go, I am not going to ask you not to get mad. I am going to ask you not to kill Tammerlan.
His gaze is locked onto Tammerlan.
Can I get a promise that you won't kill him? We are low on allies.
I promise. But if the transgression meets the punishment, the law will guide my hand.
If they fucking die.
Like he's kind of wants to make eye contact with Korvac and say, I think Tamerlan has already been punished enough for what's happened. So I'd appreciate if you didn't try to do anything, because I don't want to have to stand in the way of that. But I will.
Understood.
Appreciated.
Phil is then going to give Korvac a rundown of everything that has happened since he went unconscious.
You see, he remains quiet, watching Tamerlan as you talk. There's no movement for his weapon. I mean, it's already in his hand, but it's not unsheathed.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
As
oh, go ahead.
as Syl is explaining, Timmy will just like as the more and more horrible shit comes out, Timmy will just kind of step in the path between Tamerlan and Corvallis. Corvallis.
Who's Corvallis?
Another one of his
Korvac?
characters, Korvac, is the one you're it's the one you're
Korvac.
talking about. Have y'all seen
Korvac.
Korvac? I think y'all have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a picture, yeah. I mean, it'd be appreciated. I guess Timmy standing there would be appreciated, but he still does have Tamerlan slung over her and out above table. It's just thinking, I hope it's the right decision to tell a giant beast of a being that I'll stand in the way if they try and go for the thing slung over her. So,
Put it this way. I don't think any of us could actively I do not think we'd win in a one I do not think we would win in combat against Korvac.
Becky doesn't
Fuckers.
think so either, but she did say that she would stop them, and so she's hoping that there's at least some level of respect there. So
Yeah.
she will stand by her word.
Yeah. But that being said, it still isn't going to mind things. It's just a retelling of what has happened, including oh, including Belle having Syl step aside and taking like all of that.
You see, he listens quietly, his eyes locked on to Tamerlan. And once you finish your story, he remains quiet.
And then she will also update him on the memory that she hadn't gotten the chance to talk about either. And what happened in the bookshop is just everything that has happened since he's been unconscious.
Aki, when Syl's done talking, if Korvac is still quiet, we'll probably just add in. I don't think that Tamerlan is a stable individual. I don't know if that's drugs or just who they are, but I was with them when Jerry and Timmy and I and Leshy came back from the town after Tamerlan disappeared, and you can tell that they are dealing with what they've done. Maybe not in the way most of us would, but it is evident that it's something that is affecting them pretty painfully. So something to think on. They might be paying for their own sins in their own way right now.
You see, he continues to remain quiet, watching Tammerlan. What's Tammerlan doing during this?
He's giving he is actually doing something. It's basically just a small prayer because he's thinking at the end of the situation, he's either getting arrested or executed. Which honestly, he's thinking of the execution because Korvac terrifies him. At least it'll be quick.
Phil's gonna look at Eki between Eki and Korvac and go, Eki, I think you can let Tammerlan down now.
Tammerlan said he didn't want to be put down. That's why I'm still carrying him. I told him I wouldn't hold him like the baby he's acting like, though.
You all won't give me my spellbook back, so I might as well. Don't you understand?
He,
Is that all you care about?
I care about completing the mission and saving Galen.
And how do you intend to do that if your allies cannot trust you? You look like a sniveling whelp to me. Not fit to save anyone, not even yourself.
Eki put me down.
Becky will put Tammerlan down, but she definitely has probably the closest thing to like laughing or smiling that you would see. It's just a bit of a smirk at Korvac saying that. It's kind of,
I walk over to Korvac.
Roll me an insight.
Yeah, come on, load already. I gotta roll 20. This is not the time to be loading. Loading slow. It's actually important.
Tammerlan, you see the barest hint of a grin in that draconic face. But it's gone a second later. That's better. Now.
I No, you are going to listen. If I'm going to die here, you're going to listen to what I have to say.
Oh, come on, Discord. Do not cut Blue out now.
Oh no,
Maybe
I was
he's
waiting
just
for.
gonna do
He's waiting.
No, I was waiting. Well, I was waiting for Korvac to respond.
He's waiting. See what you do.
Yeah. Timmy's just gonna like do a quick little bug prayer.
Yes, I have made mistakes, and yes, I have ruined the trust that this group had. That is deserved. I don't know why I did that. My mind has been literally scrambled at the moment, and I do not remember. And yes, in the current moment, I am not exactly acting mature, but I never have. It's who I am. But that doesn't mean I'm not serious, and I'm not going to take what is happening. I'm not going to act like everything is a joke. Yes, I'm a fucking drug addict. It's how I function. But don't you fucking dare insult me and say I'm not taking this seriously. I want to save my friend. I want to save all of us. I want to keep the world from fucking dying. Whether my resolve is enough to convince you, I understand if it isn't. Yeah, whatever reason I had for my original plan, even my past self, I can't even justify it. But currently, we have a much bigger problem. Once we deal with the bigger threat, if you want to kill me then, go ahead. Or if you think I'm too much of a threat now, kill me now. But right now, we have bigger problems to deal with. We have bigger threats to deal with. So pull your head out of your ass and let's get to work.
That's better. And Tamerlan, you barely see his fist move. There's a blur as that massive arm comes up and slams into your stomach. The wind is blasted out of your chest, and you end up sliding back several feet. Now, let's get to work.
I just give a thumbs up. It's like, cool. Give me like 2 minutes. Oh,
Timmy steps up behind Tammerlan and pats him on the back. And he hears, "Well, you took your lump, and I'm pretty sure you might have just shit yourself."
no, I didn't. But I think I may have. I think no, I didn't. But I'm very close to. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
To give you an
Oh crap!
idea of how hard he just hit you, Tammerlan, I rolled an athletics check to see how much power he decided to put behind that. He rolled a 30.
He fucking crit.
No.
Tammerlan, you're here in your head as you're running to the bathroom. If there's blood in it, that's completely normal.
Fuck off, Doug.
Phil is just going to like look at all of this happening and just go, by the gods, and just subconsciously, because stress eating is going to grab a small handful. So I would say probably about 3 of the fudge and just pop them in her mouth. Just not even thinking about it. You can tell us what that fucking does, speaking that that's 3 of them at once.
You start to steam up again, and you are billowing fire a couple seconds later. You look like a very pissed off dragon.
I think after it's all done, Phil looks slightly embarrassed. That wasn't the strawberries.
No. Oh, it wasn't. You hear in your head.
And then she just sneezes.
There's another gout of small fire.
So once so you hear in your head. So once Tammerlan's finished evacuating, we're going back to that place to go in that portal.
I mean, we don't need to go back anywhere, I don't think. He'll pull out the compass.
Oh,
I also have the book. Says I would know when it was the time. I don't think it's the time. We're gonna put that in my bag. Phil's gonna just hand fucking Core back a fud.
There will be time for food later.
You've been unconscious. We aren't doing anything until you've eaten.
He will roll his eyes, but he'll eat it, scarf it down.
I'm also going to get out of the way.
You see the glow in his body get far brighter for a few seconds, but unlike you, he doesn't spit fire.
So we'll tilt her head. Did you swallow the flame?
I am used to holding things like that in. Now, I believe it is time to work.
still you'll hear in your head. Thank the gods you can hold in fire. Otherwise, we'd be dealing with a roasted drug addict.
Phil is then going to give both Timmy and Eki one of the fudge. This is
I wonder if this will work on me.
I mean, I'm an elf and it worked on me. I mean, you saw the granted, here's the thing is that I ate 3 this last time, so that was obviously a huge, but you saw what I put out and I'm an elf, so
Yeah, but I was raised by a fire giant. We'll see. Well, let's see. And Timmy eats the fudge.
You feel the same thing. The steam start, and then the little gouts of flames escaping your lips, your mandibles.
Mandibles.
same size as Phil?
Not as
The
big as
first
the
time,
first
not
time. Yeah, about the same size first time.
nice.
It was good fudge.
Tammerlan, you have discovered your whole abdomen is now bruised. You're gonna have disadvantage on acrobatic checks for a little while, but other than that, you're fine.
I'm Dex anyway, so acrobatics was never really going to be an option.
Does Eki eat the fudge?
Eki would take like a little bite of it at first,
Oops, sorry, Alice.
see what happens.
You get the little bit of steams from your nibble.
I guess she'd finish as long as it tastes good, she'd finish the rest of it.
It's a bit spicy, but it's still candy. Spicy chocolates.
Ooh. Maybe like what's the word? Cayenne pepper with mocha.
Something like that.
Mmm. That shit's good.
But now that the party has reconvened, what will you do?
I would like to, like he's just going to say this to the room, to say, I would like to check on Rufus and his army that he's amassing to see how that's going and how they are.
Oh yeah, we should give the kids their
The candy.
candy and give Rufus back what he has left.
I think that's best. And see how his paws are doing, if they're any better than they were. And perhaps talk with Leshy before we head out wherever we are or aren't going.
Isn't Leshy in the room with us?
No, unless you remained outside.
Yeah. When we walked in, Leshy was kind of just hanging out there.
That's fair. I was gonna say, I feel like Leshy should just, at this point, just fucking be there. Listen to the input. Phil's getting tired of repeating herself.
Probably have to just invite him permanently then. I don't think
Yeah.
the invitation has really been extended to Leshy yet. The most invitation was, I think, a couple of times to
Yeah.
ask, will you take us here or go there? It's not like, please come hang out with us or anything.
Okay, yeah. See, us going to Rufus and realizing that Leshy is not with us, Syl is going to go look at Leshy and go, Are you coming with or no?
I was told I was going to get interrogated. I think. Maybe?
Why would... I'm going to be honest, at this point, just welcome to the team. I apologize profusely, and we'll give them a brief rundown of what has been going on. Run now or join in the world-ending shit.
Well, I suppose that will be good for making maps. You'll travel around a lot?
Yeah, I mean, we need to go to the Feywild. We need to go to the shack.
I haven't been to
There's a
Lashek
whole
in a
plan
while.
of... You've been there before?
Yeah, a while back.
What for?
Oh, I ended up making a deal with a merchant, and things went a little bit weird, and I ended up talking to the king, and it was... It was weird. Weird day.
Who's the king of Lashek?
He gives you a name that I don't remember off the top of my head, but you definitely recognize the name from seeing it on paperwork.
So Purple's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've met Purple's father.
Pervel, that's the prince, right? Well, one of them.
Well, he's currently wanted for treason. Still is going to bring this guy into a private room and give him a rundown of what has happened with the whole Lashek shit.
Oh, I'd heard that some things were going on out there. I didn't realize it was that drastic. Well, if I can be any help at all, I do know the royal family. Maybe I can help introduce you.
Well, you might help us be able to get a pardon in case we have to do something possibly illegal.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna pull up my journal. I remember the siblings being in there. Are the parents written in it?
You see that they are, and they are both marked out.
So they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But that's information you already had from Mirage.
Yeah, but here's the proof. That being said, Syl's gonna look at the book and go, currently the second eldest son and Purple are the only ones left alive.
That's a pity. I got along well with his sister. She was very interested in tailoring.
We will be seeking justice for her untimely demise. And that being said, there's no kind way to put this. Welcome to the shit show.
No, I'll go study my map, see if I can get us a good path out there. Where are we going first?
Well, the thing is that we've been trying to make money so that we can actually get a decent mode of transportation. We still need to deal with the dragon, and then we need to deal with the serial killing.
Well, I'll see if I can go get some maps of the area.
That would be helpful. I think first things first, though, is after we check on Rufus, we're going to see where this compass takes us, because I'm going to assume that it's probably important.
Oh, well, you do that, I'll go look into Neverwinter Wood. That's where you said it was, right?
Above table, I think so.
Yes.
Yes.
No. I'll go do that. I'll meet up with you here.
So will not.
They're gonna scurry off, and you still hear the beating of bass in the church going on.
Okay. I'm going to go rejoin the group who's dealing with Rufus.
While that's going on, did y'all wait for Syl to return to go after Rufus, or no? Or y'all going after her without her?
Like he would have just gone in. He told Syl what she was doing and would assume that Syl would catch up eventually.
As you get close to the door, you hear a lot of scurrying, the stopping of the music, and when you open the door, it's just Rufus sitting there, his paws crossed over each other, looking totally not suspicious.
Like he would look at Rufus and say, "We got you the candy. It's, I'm sure definitely for you, although I think we would have loved to have joined the party as well."
He slides you a small box.
What's in the box?
He boofs.
Is it just an empty?
It's closed. Are you gonna open it?
Sure. She'll open it. Rufus. It seems trustworthy.
It is full of cupcakes with each of your names on them.
She'll smile at him and say, "That is very kind of you all." Kind of close it for later, though, so everyone's together, because I don't think Tammerlan or Syl are here right now. Timmy might be.
He gives you a nod. You see his paws are still pretty badly bandaged up. Or they're still bandaged up quite a lot. Mummified pooch paws.
Look, I'm assuming Darian would have like handed over, you know what I mean, change or whatever it was in the candy. Like he would make sure that Rufus and them have it, and maybe fill Rufus in a little bit on things, because it seems like what Syl does. Syl fills everyone in on things and just kind of give her version of it to be. We went to get candy. We ended up in a bookstore with a lady named Granny, and now we have to follow a compass to something called a nexus. The nexus, one of those things, and solve a puzzle. I think you might have to stay behind while your feet heal, though.
You see he tries to put weight down on one of his paws and winces.
She said, "Let's not do that. It's better to heal so you're in better shape." But the big one woke up, Korvac. He did not kill Tammerlan. Tammerlan said they're going to try to be better, maybe.
He lets out a
And I
happy
think
woof.
that's all you don't know. No. And yeah, that's probably all she'd say, because I think that's the whole rundown. And let him know Syl should be here with Tammerlan and everyone shortly. They went to do whatever it is they do.
You see he shifts his arm. Can I get a perception check?
Sure. You can. Maybe.
You see why he's moving his arm is to cover up somebody's leg that's underneath him, and then you notice through the fur there's about 100 different eyes looking at you.
Um,
What the fuck is
I don't
Rufus's
think Eki would
fur?
mention it.
Is Rufus's fur
I just give like
a
a.
portal to another dimension?
I think it's the kids that Rufus has been hanging out with are that we got the candy for.
They're full Patrick
Think
starring
that
under the rock.
yeah, Eki would just give like a tiny little smirk at Rufus and say, I think that you might be a little busy. I will take the cupcakes and just wait for Syl and them to get here in the hallway." And Eki would just kind of go to the hall, since the kids evidently are hiding from them and doesn't want to make them uncomfortable. She's under the assumption that it might be due to what she kind of looks like. So
As soon as the door closes, you hear the bass start up again.
she'll just kind of lean on the hallway and wait for the others to show up. She's not in a big rush.
It's about there at that time. Everybody else starts getting in.
I guess look over to the others and say, Rufus's friend group has grown a lot. I think I saw maybe 100 sets of eyes in there. He did make these and just kind of open the box and show everybody the cupcakes and let them know the rundown that she gave Rufus and say, I don't think Rufus will be able to travel for a while longer while their paws seem so very hurt, but they see spirits with their new friends.
Okay. I guess the real question is Korvac, are you capable or do you need more rest?
I'll be fine.
Like he's going to hold the cupcakes up even higher to Korvac and say, I think you should eat one. They were made. A box of cupcakes with names on them.
He will take the one that has his name on it. They look well made.
It is quite the party in there now, and they seem to be enjoying their cooking and time together. As you can probably hear, I did tell Rufus you would be in shortly to see him, though. So whenever you're ready, they're expecting you. And that was for the whole party.
So we'll go in.
As soon as you're getting close, you hear the scattering and the movement of chairs and whatnot, and the music stopping again. And as you walk in, just Rufus, not making eye contact.
Rufus, are you wishing to adopt them?
He almost goes as if to say, "Whatever do you mean?"
Phil's going to go up to Rufus and just like take his hand, or his not his hands, take his face in her hands, and go, Rufus, if you want to adopt the children, 1, people need to be consenting, and 2, I would say you have to ask Galen, but let's be real, we both know what Galen's going to say, so you just have to get permission from the church.
He seems sad.
Still goes, we also have to have somewhere safe to keep them.
His ears droop.
Phil's gonna give him pats. I would like to adopt them all just as much as you would. But we need to be able to provide for them, and we're not capable of that right now.
Dog noises.
That being said, they don't have to hide every time one of us comes in here.
He responds, not really sure what he's saying.
Phil's gonna just say, I know that you can smell that it's me. You've got a good boofer. And boops his nose.
He squirms the nose. Just, or sniffles. I don't know the right word for that.
Wrinkles.
Yeah, that one.
Our fridges.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
Yep. That being said, be good. Keep an eye on the kids. Keep the party that's still here asleep safe, okay?
He boofs.
And don't overdo it.
He gives nods.
Go forth and conquer, King of the North.
Happy boofs. But
He is the King of the North.
is that all
But
y'all doing here?
yep. Phil's gonna pull out the compass. You guys ready to follow wherever this leads?
You hear in your head?
My-
Let's do it.
Ready as I'll ever be. Oh,
I do just ask, is the map maker coming with us? I'm just kind of eyeball fleshy.
Unless she's gone again.
Yeah, but Leshy's looking for maps.
Okay, then just going to ask Sil, is the map maker coming with us?
No, he's doing maps.
I find it weird how much he seems to know about things that none of us know about.
I mean, from the sounds of it, he's actually from this plane of existence, so
I didn't doubt that. Just all seems very convenient that we end up in a place that he knew about where you find a book that shouldn't be there. That is all. But I can talk to them another time, I suppose. We should go.
Do you take the compass back out, Sil?
yeah. Well, before Korvac, I know is coming with us. Pippa, are you coming with?
I'll stay here, make sure Rufus has some backup. Don't want anybody sneaking in and getting our friends while they're down.
Agreed.
I
Stay
can get them
safe.
caught up when they wake up, too.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Still takes out the compass.
You'll notice as y'all are heading back out, it has started to rain.
Nice rain.
It's starting to come down, not super hard like a massive storm, but it's a pretty good downpour.
Timmy just walks out right into it. To him, rain is pretty precious. He grew up on the desert.
Yeah. I think Still
Yeah.
is kind of feeling the same as the life liquid.
I think that Eki would be somewhat trying to cover her head because where she's from, rain isn't really much of a thing.
Sure.
Tammerlan goes out, and the moment he feels it, he feels very relaxed and seems to just like even take his greaves off and just rub his hands in the rain.
His greaves? He's taking off his pants?
No, his hand, the greaves are the armor on his hands, his gloves.
Gauntlets, or
Gauntlets are go on the
Okay.
hands. Greaves are for pants, I believe.
yeah,
Like his bracers?
Yeah, that.
bracers and gauntlets
Yeah.
are arm and hand.
I thought greaves was like another word for gloves on the armor.
No, greaves
No.
go
They're
for
Uh,
your
like your
shin.
knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
like your shins and knees, or what greaves do. Sometimes into like a
Okay,
shoe
never mind. I mixed
almost.
up the armor. Yeah, no, he takes his gauntlets off just so he could feel like the rain. It's like, oh, I haven't felt the rain in forever.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
never mind.
Tamerlan, you need to drink this. And Still hand you some tea.
What is this?
It's to help with your stomach issues.
I don't think I don't think a bruised spleen. I don't think this stuff is gonna fix a bruised spleen.
Are you gonna question the healer?
No, fine. I drink it.
For the DM's information, we're an arcane.
But you all see as Korvac steps out as well, he starts to smoke
That sounds about right.
as the water starts to evaporate on his scales.
Okay. Well, I take out the compass and let's see where this leads.
Takes y'all about an hour following this winding path through the city before y'all really see much of anything. Most people have left the streets to seek cover indoors. You'll see a couple people moving around, but it's significantly less. Eventually, you see the compass leads you to a brick wall in which a dog is taking cover underneath what looks like a little bit of an awning. It's in a little alleyway between buildings.
I mean, Still's gonna give it a ration.
You see it doesn't even raise its head to look at it. Its fur is matted. It doesn't look good.
Timmy is gonna call out to. Fuck, why can't I remember his name again? Corvox, right?
Korvac.
Or back.
Corvax.
Back.
Vac.
Back.
Corvac and
Back with a B.
oh, Corvac.
Korvac, yeah.
Oh, Corvac.
Technically
So
it's Korvac,
Timmy,
but Korvac.
Timmy will say in Corvac's mind, "Hey, why don't you get close to his pupper here? He looks like he used a heat source."
Indeed. As you see, he crouches over this small dog. The smoke still billowing off his back as he's evaporating water at touch.
Mhm.
What is the rest of the party doing while he's doing this?
Still looking him over.
Roll me a medicine check.
Hey, Eki, do you mind giving me a hand?
Eki would probably turn around and say, no, that's fine, because she is currently watching their backs. And yeah, she'll come help you.
Thank you.
That wording was weird.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what?
She's watching their backs. How's that?
No, more of you. It made it sound like you weren't going to come help, but then came and helped.
So you are lending assistance to
Apologies.
Still for looking over the dog, correct?
Yeah, so I said she'll come help.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make
Okay.
sure that I understood what was going on. You have advantage, Still.
No, I don't.
Oh, right.
I still have 3 levels of exhaustion. I asked very specifically for a hand so that I could roll straight.
You can see this dog has extreme malnutrition. Looks like a flea infestation. There's some wounds to the back left leg. It looks like he probably got in a tussle. They also look slightly infected. Dog's hair is all kinds of matted.
Okay, so Syl's going to take out her canteen and is going to start cleaning the wounds.
You hear a little bit of a whimper from the dog, but they seem too weak to do much else.
Syl's going to talk to it quietly and just go, "It's okay, I'm trying to help, I promise."
But they
I
can't
don't
fight
think
you. They don't have the strength. Unless she's just a map maker, they wouldn't know what to do about this.
Yeah.
No, but they're at the church and can't really dump a dog on Rufus while Rufus is trying to heal. And if one of people in the party were to take in the dog, you would think the dog would be able to stay at the church and get better.
Fair.
I would also have to know where Leshy was, and I
Yeah,
don't
unless
actually
she
know where he is.
ran off into the city somewhere. They're not at the church at the moment.
Is there, then Eki's going to ask Sil, is there someone in the party that we can bring the dog to watch while we go do this? Because I don't think the dog will survive out here on their own.
Realistically, no. We're quite a ways away from anyone that could legitimately help. And it still is tending to the dog.
If need be, I can carry them. You hear from Korvac,
Uh,
who can literally just put him in the crook of an arm. Korvac's a big dude.
Yeah.
How big is this
Correct.
dog?
Do you need both hands to swing your sword? It is a large sword.
Yes.
I
But
can carry them. I only use one.
How big is this dog though?
it is a medium-sized boofer. If you look into, actually, I'm just going to show you. Wabam!
Oh, so I probably couldn't carry my little arms.
No.
I think Korvac carrying them for now. If we get into a fight, I mean, realistically, we're gonna have to put them down anyway. But with just how big Korvac is, having the dog with them is probably there's more cover.
Maybe. I mean, like I said, Eki can also help carry. She's an
Yeah.
okay strength ability. Might
But
be
it
a
would
large
also
size
slow
dog on
Eki down.
her. Then if Sil's just doing like the tending, Eki would probably so I can use some healing magic on them to give them some help there if you'd like. That way things move quicker, and maybe when we settle in, wherever we settle in, we can do more work.
So,
will not.
looking at this with your medicine check, you actually know Lesser restoration to take out the infection and disease, and maybe a cure wounds or two. This dog will probably be back up and moving again. He'll still be malnourished as hell, but they'll probably actually be able to stand.
So we'll give that information, but says just give me a second to try and like fix a bit of the matting before
It's gonna take way longer than that. He is extremely matted. He is soaked. Eats bad. And please.
This dog needs to be shaved, doesn't he?
Not necessarily, but it would take a couple hours of working that fur.
Okay. I am going to get it to where it is safe to cast those spells so that we're not going to close any infection in.
Okay.
And then let Eki go at it. Basically, clean as much as I can and then let Eki do their thing.
Fair.
Yeah, like he can do lesser restoration on him easily.
So you're gonna cast it?
Yeah. Yep.
As you do, you see immediately the magic starts to pulse over the dog's body, the infection starting to burn away, just leaving clean wounds. Well, as clean as you can for a dog, but the affection immediately dies off.
All right. And then I guess just follow it up with how bad did you say it looks? Like if I just upcast the cure wounds, or did you say like 2 rounds of cure wounds? It
An
needs to be
upcast will get the
like
same thing
separate
done.
rounds of it. Okay.
You see the leg starts to reseal. The dog lets out a small whimper.
I could just say that's for your own good. I know it doesn't feel great, but you'll feel much better afterwards.
After that, you see it starts to test the leg, and then it pushes itself up onto its little paws. It looks a little unstable, but it's up.
Silla's going to try again with little bits of food, see if it'll eat.
It tries.
Just something in their stomach and some water.
It definitely takes them eagerly, but it's having trouble eating them.
You'd probably just speak to the dog as though it could understand her, because not dogs like this where she's from, but and just say, I think that you should take it slowly so you don't make yourself sick. We can have Corback, the big one, carry you for a while until you're better.
You see, they try. They do eat it up. It takes a little bit, but they do, and then they look up at y'all.
She's going to kind of look at Phil and say, I don't know if this one understands us like Rufus does or not.
Probably not, but that's okay.
You get boofed at. It's a very weak and cracked boof, but it's still a boof.
Maybe it does.
Maybe it does.
Well, are you, I guess Eki will kind of bend down to look a little closer and say, are you fine with the big one carrying you for a while till we can rest for a night and clean you up more?
They tried to stumble forward, and they're walking a little bit. You can see the legs are shaking pretty bad. Korvac is then just going to simply scoop the dog. Like he's a freaking Pomeranian.
Thank you, Corvac. It's very nice.
There's a nod. Now we have work to do.
Tammerlan will hear in their head. Maybe we should get him a little purse for a purse dog.
But
Okay,
you'll
we'll have to wait
see
for
the
our
light.
spell,
Oh,
right?
what's
What was that, Eki?
Oh, I was gonna say we're following, as far as I'm aware, we're following Sil, because Sil has the compass, yeah.
The compass is pointing
Okay.
at the wall
Is that what
behind where
we're-
the dog was.
Okay.
Well, Phil's gonna push on the wall.
You see the moment it touches, it shivers. And then all of the bricks start to spiral out, moving together until it makes a massive archway. And you see a set of stairs leading down into the ground.
Does anyone specifically want to lead down there? If not, I could go first.
Well, youth
Whatever we want to do.
youth before beauty. I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest one here, so Timmy will start walking towards the staircase.
How old are you?
I believe I am.
I think you're like 9.
Like 7 or something like that. Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say, I know that you're of age for Thiocrine, but I don't remember
7.
how
I
old.
am 7.
Fair, but you're considered an adult for your race.
Yes, I was making a joke.
Fair.
Thiocrine, you were-
No. In technicality, I think technically based on age-wise, like physically, yes, you're the youngest, just with how many like rotations. But I think maturity-wise, technically, Phil's the youngest.
If Sil went to try and lead, Eki would put her hand on Sil's shoulder and say, "So why don't we let someone who's not as tired as you lead the way? You can see in the dark, okay?"
See in the dark. I am fully hit. I got full health. I have no exhaustion. I am and if someone hits me, I can take it.
That's perfect.
I'm not opposed to Timmy going first.
Oh, Timmy. As you begin to descend, you see the stairs are made of this beautiful black obsidian that almost seems to sparkle with little blinks of silver light throughout the entire thing. It reminds you of a lot of the night sky, and it goes all the way over up the walls, and there's even more of these strange sparkling lights across the top.
Timmy will slide his hands along the sides, like the walls, feeling the smoothness.
It's smooth and cool to the touch.
This is a cool. So here in your head. This is a cool ass staircase.
It's very pretty.
But as you descend, it takes you all about 10 minutes of walking down these steps to get down. You're a little more tired than when you started because that's a lot of stairs. But you make it all the way down, and you see down here there is a beautiful round room surrounded with different doors. 3 look like they are open. The other 3 look like they are closed. One of those 3 doors is larger than the other and directly across from you. And as you look at it, you see it is this massive, intricate, gear made door, swirling gears moving all over it as it seems to move between the other gears, just this moving mechanism. And at the front, there are a set of 5 different large keyholes, presumably locks.
Hmm. Are there any symbols or any words on any doorways or anything like that?
As you start to look, you approach the larger door, the one with the gears on it, and you see there are several images outlined behind each keyhole, you see a star, a heart, a gear, a quill, and a flame. And as you look around at the other doors, the 5 doors, each has that same symbol above them. The doors that are open are the gear, the quill, and the flame, with the heart and the star both still being closed.
Sil will hear in their head. Was this supposed to be some sort of challenge thing where we gotta go through a door and face whatever challenge is inside? You think?
I am going to make the assumption that the keys to the door are probably behind their to the big door behind the corresponding smaller doors, yes.
Well, I say we do flame first. Between me and Korbeck, I don't think we'll have any problem.
Oh, if
Do
only
you
it was
think
that easy. Yes, Eki?
are we under the assumption that we go through each door, face some form of challenge, collect a key, and then eventually open the big door?
Best guess? Phil's gonna look around the rest of the room to see if there's anything of note besides what we've already seen.
Not particularly.
Yeah.
No instructions printed out on a piece of paper or anything like that?
Nope.
Ah, if only.
And you said
Well,
the open
Thank-
doors are the heart, gear, and flame?
No, the gear, the quill, and the flame. The heart and the star are both closed.
Alright. So we probably gotta do those 3 unlocked ones first, and then the other ones are we'll either find the key or some sort of mechanism after they're done.
fair.
Strange did say that it's a puzzle to solve, and then you get the treasure if you get through it. They said they'd made through some of the doors. Well, they didn't say doors, but they said they'd made it through part of the way but couldn't finish it.
Is it possible that the ones that are already open have already been unlocked?
If we're assuming that this is the place we're going and this is what the artisan made, then we could assume that that might be it, but it wouldn't hurt to look in them, I suppose, because the
Well,
others are locked, so we have to start somewhere.
I mean, nobody's nobody's checked to see if they're locked. They're just
Oh,
closed.
all right, above table, I thought it was said that they were locked for some reason.
Well, CC did mention that they were locked, but no reason not to check. So when Sil mentions checking the doors, Timmy will go up to one of the closed doors and push on it.
Do you go to the star or the heart?
Uh,
Or the big fuck off door?
I'm gonna go to the heart one.
As you try to push on it, it does remain closed. It does seem to be locked by something.
Still here in the head. Well, this one's locked.
And also, these doors, unlike the gear door, the main door, these ones are made out of solid stone. That same black obsidian-like material that makes up the rest of the room.
Do
So the locked ones are made of
the
obsidian.
All the doors. Because there's doors that are open. You can see the doors there. They're made of the same material. The big door that was across from when y'all walked in, that one is made out of gears and this kind of bronzes color metal.
Okay.
Well, you wanted to go through the fire one first?
I mean, between me and Korbeck, I got resistance to fire, and I don't remember, but I think it was mentioned that Korbeck has immunity to fire.
I think he's only resistant.
So I was gonna say none of us have said that.
Oh, I don't know why I thought that, but yeah. So since me and Korbeck are resistant to fire, might be a good idea to send us in there.
I mean, I'm going to assume that we're all going in together.
Yeah, but
getting separated isn't a good idea.
in
Before
case
we
only.
go,
Oh, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, in case like what in case only one person can go in, like maybe it's one of those kinds of challenges where the first person in has to do the challenge. Send either me or Korvac in because we're both resistant to fire.
That's
Fair.
assuming that it's fire, that it's actual fire, though, is one thing to remember. It doesn't, because, I mean, we have a heart on one and like a quill and star, it doesn't, I don't think that there's a heart, but,
Yeah, it could not. It could just be symbology for something else.
And y'all are heading into the flame room.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then as y'all step...
Oh, are the keys on the open doors?
No.
Okay.
No keyholes. But as y'all walk in, y'all get this faint scent of something metallic and wet, warm, well, not wet, warm air blows over you. But as you go in, that is where we're going to leave it for today. We've got a lot to work on with these, and I want to make sure y'all have the time without rushing. So good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to what comes next. For everybody listening in, thanks for joining, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
See you all next week.